Sixth grade. I think it's sixth grade. I know. I don't think anybody was on though today, to be honest. All right. We're going to talk about function operations. We're going to do the easy operations today. Tomorrow, don't hate me. Please don't hate me. Sorry, Allie. What? You're going to be down during the hard stuff. Function operations first. Oh, you'll be done tomorrow. No, tomorrow's Wednesday. You're done. All right. So, adding subtracting functions. So, if we kind of remember, a function is just another way to write an equation. We name the function by this little f of x, is what that is called, or we name it as g of x. All that g of x and f of x becomes x, or maybe they'll use h of x. All it does is it replaces the y. It's just giving it a name to the function. So this portion right here are my directions, or my directions. Struggle. That's not how you spell directions. It's struggle. So these are our directions, or it's actually telling us we're going to be creating a new function. Because we get more stuff tomorrow, we really want to lay the importance on naming our functions. So it tells us right here, where do we start with? We start with f of x. So we start with 3x plus 2. Then we are adding the g of x function, which is 5x minus 4. And then all we have to do here is combine like terms. So easy enough, 3x and 8x, or 5x is 8x, 2 and negative 4. Negative 2. However, you want to make sure you are actually naming the new function as f plus g of x. Now, mathematicians are lazy, but mathematicians also don't want to leave anybody out. So, this right here, f plus g of x, means the same thing as f of x plus g of x. The reason why we use both is because two people discovered it at the same time. We want to give them both credit. One wrote it one way, the other wrote it the other way. That is literally why we do that. All about participation trophies. Yes? No. Nobody got that joke. It's all right, tough crowd today. So, I know. It's okay. What?
Participation trophies are for the weak people.
Hunter doesn't believe me that. Hunter Mickelson, I told him that he can get a trophy for participating, and he's just like, no, I gotta win.
All right. So same thing here, f minus f of x, or it also can be written as h of x minus f of x. They mean the exact same thing. You do the exact same thing with them.
Are we supposed to use these lines to write them?
If you'd like to. You don't have to. You can write directly on the side if you'd like. They're your notes. I'm not going to critique your notes. All right. So we take h of x, 2x squared plus 3. This is the only one where you have to be careful, is because we are subtracting the whole function. So when I subtract the whole second function, I need to make sure to distribute that negative. I need to make sure to distribute that negative. So 2x squared minus 3x squared is a negative x squared. Then we would have a plus 2x plus 3. If you need to write out the steps separately, so minus 3x squared plus 2x, that's fine. We want to write it in what's called standard form, so in decreasing powers. So my new function is h minus f of x equals, oh, my board just died, I know it did. Who are we yelling at? Who's not here?
She's not your mom.
Oh. I didn't realize your mom gets here like as early as 5 in the morning. Today she had the door open. She's like, I'm usually here at this time. I'm like, oh. I swear one day I'm just gonna kind of go opposite face on this puppy. anybody know what I'm talking about when I say that? Okay, it's a movie. Where's my? Here it is. Alright, so you get negative x squared plus 2x plus 3. Not too shabby?
Nope.
Why don't you guys go ahead and do the next one on your own? Next one on your own sum. Instead of own sum, you're your own sum. I don't know what I do with that. I can take consideration. The spiral. That would be a fun thing to do for a project. Trade.
Texas? Yeah, I was gonna say. If I just said that, like Texas, I was like, not quite.
Alright, so it says take g of x first. 3x minus 7 plus h of x. 7x minus 5. Combine my terms, though I just go ahead and combine them. I don't have to move anything over. 3x and 7x gives me 10x, negative 7, negative 5, negative 12. The function is g of x plus h of x. Questions on that? Thumbs up if we remember how to add and subtract functions. Thumbs down if you have no idea what I did up here in hands and ears or somewhere in between. All right, next step, we're going to do multiplication.
Foil. Yes,
Multiplication, we are going to FOIL. So again, this is giving me the directions. It also means the same thing if I go like g of x times f of x. They mean the exact same thing. So if you see one or the other, you're doing the same thing. So first we take g of x, which is 5x minus 4 times f of x is 3x plus 2. We FOIL, so first terms, 5x times 3x, 15x squared. When you multiply is when you change the x's. When you multiply, you change the x's. Then 5x times 2 is 10x. Negative 4 times 3x is a negative 12x. And negative 4 times 2 is a negative 8. Nothing to combine the 15x squared with. 10x and negative 12x is negative 2x minus 8. I have a new function of g times f of x. Why don't you guys go ahead and do the next one on your own. On your own. Today's Tuesday. so it tells me to take g first, which is 3x less 1, multiply fx minus 7. First times 3x times x is 3x squared. 3x times negative 7, negative 21x. Inside would give me a positive 1x or just an x.
So can you just put that on the 21 then? Like,
You're one step ahead of me. Yep. And then 1 times negative 7 is negative 7. Now I can combine like terms, so 3x squared. That would be a minus 20x. Is that what you're talking about, Isaiah?
Yep.
Minus 7. And we label that as g times f of x. Questions on that at all?
Feeling pretty okay with multiplication, not too terrible.
Remember when we multiplied, that's when our terms change. So just kind of a little side note, because I should have done one in here, but I kind of forgot. So let's say if I have x to the 1, or 3x to the 1/2 times 2x to the 1/3. So if I multiply those two, 3 times 2 is 6. I add my exponent, so it'd be x to the 1/2 plus 1/3, but can I just go ahead and add those two? No. What do I need to add fractions? Common denominator. So that would be 3/6 plus, okay, multiply that by 2. 2/6. So it'd be 6x to the 5/6. So remember when you multiply, that's what your exponent changes. When you add, does your exponent change? No, you're just combining like terms. You can only combine them if they have the same x. That's just a little side note, but you guys have space for a little side note if you need.
right, so how do you get the 2? Is it just the odd one? The 2. For the 2/6. You just get that.
Oh, 2 over, okay, because 1/2.
I don't know where I get the 2. I know where you get the 6.
Okay, 3 times 2 is 6.
Yep.
So then if I multiply by 2 on the bottom, gotta do to the top. So that's how I get 2/6. I thought for a minute you meant this one. I was like, oh, that's why this is a side note, because this is a random problem. All right. Okay, division. Division is actually the easiest thing out there. Because it tells me take f. Well, f is 5a squared minus 2 divided by g, 2a plus 3, and that is f of g of a. The only thing I check is all 4 of these divisible by something. Can I pull something out of all 4 of them? No. If you pull something out of all 4 of them, you reduce them. If they can't, guess what? It's done. Do not worry about the domain today. Do not worry about domain. Your homework does say list the domain. Don't worry about domain today. We will talk about domain, I believe, tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see kind of how the work time goes. So, we need to do more. We don't need to do more. All right. Homework. Page 432, 3 through 19. Due Thursday, due today. Nada. There is absolutely nothing due today. Is Allie going to be the only one gone tomorrow? All right. Oh, she put it back on my desk. Okay.